Alright, Jake, you ready?
So I crap myself.
Oh.
Oh boy. This is session 15 of Dragon Heist.
Yes, and quick disclaimer yet again, still in my kitchen, still gonna have noises of people in the house because
You're listening to sounds of
because
sweet
people
jazz.
live here, and that's okay.
Yeah. Just so we had more space because we got the big guy.
Yes, we are all currently slumber partying in my grandparents' house. So,
Except for Jake.
God.
yes, except for Jake.
And we're all over the age of 21?
Yes. Yes, we're all.
I wish we had liquor, but
We're all having fun, having a great time.
Yeah.
And Jen, before the game, volunteered to do the recap.
Thank
So
you,
we're gonna let her do it.
Okay, yeah, I can
thank
do
you,
it.
Jennifer.
You're welcome. So, I have to have it in the recording again about the very first thing on my notes was, quote, "It's like water."
What?
Why are you like
DB
this?
Micah, 2019.
Is that... Did he just...
When he
he
had
described his
water.
liquids.
Yes.
Yes,
Because
his
last
solids
session
were
we had to start a little bit later because I very nearly
Shit himself.
filled my pants.
Yeah. But anyway,
I saw
we
him.
last time after it was after a fight we were heading back home,
Take this
and
back.
Vinny ended up going upstairs for some reason I can't remember, and Nihilor was there, and this time
Oh my
it was-
god!
everyone was allowed to hear this private meeting, and he wanted
Where the
his
players were privy to info.
yeah all the players now, not just me.
Yeah,
Not just the best players.
not just the one that is
The best,
the
yeah.
secret,
Vinny is the best, but
like Mind Flayer pet.
he's, I think,
And
Okay.
apparently whoever DeVille is, her pet is, or she's a pet
he's
of
in
him.
jail or something. I don't care about him.
Yeah,
Maybe. He might be dead.
Yeah, he might be.
This is some
I'm not
Polpo shit
contacting
where he
him.
eats a banana and dies.
But anyway, yeah, Vinny gave him a progress report, though she tried to at least at first omit some information. He didn't seem to like that, and he ends up doing some.
He did
Mind
Mind Flayer.
shenanigans
He did
and-
Mind Flayer shit.
Yeah, he did his spooky Nihilor thing, and forced her to tell him everything.
He's a very effective interrogator.
Yes, he is.
Considering he
So,
literally
she
can
was-
read your mind.
And that was the first time he'd done that so directly. She suspected the same thing had happened before when she was sleeping, when she felt like she hadn't dreamed. And he'd already been there when she woke up. That was another time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after that, Vinny tries to pretend everything's fine, as usual. Not very well. A little bit of, like, Nihilor slime on her chin. Where you'd, like,
You don't have to
You
go.
know.
You don't have to go into any
they're
more
slimy. I don't know what to tell you.
Yep,
They're
you said
slimy
it.
squid
Stop
face
describing them.
guys. Okay. Yeah, we decided to, like, prepare for the opera we're supposed to attend later.
Was it an opera or was it a play?
Play, well,
It
prefer
was.
plays.
It was an
Different words thrown
opera,
at me.
but it was like
There
they
was
were
there's
telling a
theatrics.
story. Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
theatrics. Okay, yeah,
we were
It was
going,
kind of like
a ballet, almost.
like a musical in the style of an opera.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've been to this exact
Vinny
thing
didn't,
before.
Yes.
Vinny didn't like it, but I would have loved it.
Yes.
They're actually really cool.
I love dramatic stuff. Yeah, we do our prep. Vinny summons Sal again, her familiar as an owl. And I know there's some stuff about wanting to know if we should bring weapons or not, and everyone decided not to. Vinny ends up strapping drugs to one leg
Oh.
and her karambit to the other, thinking, oh, it's fancy. It's like, it's
Yeah,
not
Mert will
really
never-
a weapon.
Mert the Merciless will never see this
Yeah,
one coming.
there's a fancy cart that pulls up for us, kind of like, I guess the equivalent of like a limousine.
There was 5 midgets
the-
and they looked the same.
And yeah, there were just 3 identical halfling servants. Like, they look like clones,
Are
not.
halflings bigger than me?
They're
Yes.
about
Right.
A little bit bigger.
I'm a
not
large
that.
gnome. I'm on the end of the large.
You're probably
Yes.
I'm a tall gnome.
You would be about the same size as a like slightly smaller than average halfling.
Yeah, I was like, I'll be
Maybe
like
a
3.
stout
I'm
one?
anywhere like 3'6" to 4 foot. I think is what we described.
Yeah, you might get mistaken for a stout halfling on
Yes.
occasion.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's weird. It is definitely weird sometimes, but
Yeah.
Kyle's just a
yeah,
big boy.
We get like
with
you
big
know,
attitude.
we get you know,
Yeah.
totally pampered. We got like nice wine in the
Delicious.
cart, and we pull up to the Lightsinger Theater, and it's like
Great
super
name.
awesome, like Greco-Roman architecture. And of course, before we can really get into the viewing balcony or whatever properly, they have like some guards there that look like you don't want to mess with them, and they confiscate our weapons, because Soul of course had his sword on his head, and they took my drugs.
On his head?
Yes.
He had his sword on his
He
head?
wears his scabbard around his head.
I thought you said on his head.
No, but that would have been.
He wears his scabbard like a headband and
Mhm.
just draws from the top of his head.
Yeah. Doesn't he have a scimitar or something?
He's got horns.
Yes. He has
Maybe
A
he
shotel?
can, like tie it to like his horn.
We should get you a shotel.
Anyway, they
just
take our
rests
stuff.
right here in his horn.
But we get into like the balcony thing. Well,
Horny.
I guess it's like a private box,
Yes.
and
It is.
Mert is there in 3 strings,
Marty.
which
Marty.
Morton Marty.
Morton Marty. I'm shocked, and I don't really say much. Cal gives like the wine he brought as a gift to Mert, and yeah.
I had him ruined.
Mert
That's a nice
decides he wants to watch a show, join the show, and do business after. In business, he has a vial of stuff, and he says in exchange, he wants,
that one.
we're going to owe him a favor. We are going to owe him a favor.
No.
Totally we.
No.
Well, maybe
the big
he's
we.
Lavinia, but-
We as in Vinny.
Well,
Because that's how she thinks.
but we're a team. But
No.
anyway.
Well, okay.
Cal is trying to tell her you should think through this and all that, and she is already
Doesn't.
grabbing the vial and guzzling it, not thinking about the consequences.
Saw it happening.
And she ends up aging abruptly 10 years and like bursts out of her clothes, basically.
Sorry, we didn't see
And-
her.
No.
Yeah.
We
It
averted
was,
our
there was
eyes.
some definite like anime fanfare last session.
It was
But
definitely.
but we didn't see it
Yeah.
because we're good people,
Yeah.
not like Vinny.
Basically.
I would have checked myself
I mean, if you had not trashed the dress that the magic man had given
out. I
you.
wanted to feel pretty
The
a little
magic
longer.
man.
Yeah.
The magic man came.
Vinny didn't think about it, but yeah. I assume it was magical and would have
Mert
grown
is
with
just
her
the
or
candy
something.
man.
But yeah,
The candy
Mert is
man
a
candy.
gentleman, and he ends up doing some, or he sends like an elf that uses some magic to.
Cast mending,
Fix her.
kind of, in a way.
Yeah.
In the
It seemed like some
flashiest way
fancy-
possible.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
It was very
pretty
elven.
cool. Yeah, after that, we were gonna have Maddie come back with us to the manor. He was very uncomfortable in those stuffy clothes and wanted to relax with us. And
With us.
but when we get to our manor, Troll School Manor, the city watch is there. There's detectives there,
Oh,
and they're bringing out a body, and it's Istrid with her throat cut, I believe.
I was pissed.
Cal is very angry about her body not being covered up out of respect. I think the watch they questioned a little bit, but we weren't
They
there.
questioned our staff.
They did, yeah, because
Somewhat.
they were already there.
I don't
Yeah,
know if you have
Cal.
the right to remain silent in Waterdeep.
Yeah, after
know if
after
you
the
have that or
guard
not.
and detectives leave, the detectives don't seem to trust us now because we did have someone die under our roof. I don't know if they said.
They
The guard
listened.
said, or
We
the
didn't
detective
lie.
said if. Yeah, Vinny didn't want Cal to say everything. About
I didn't
her.
lie. She
But Cal
said she
didn't.
needed a room, and I gave her one.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't.
we
I'm
couldn't
not.
deny
I'm
that she
not
was
liable
there.
to know everyone
It was
who's
more
a
like
criminal in the city.
Vinny-
Everyone's a criminal in the city. Have you been to Waterdeep?
Well, anyway,
What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just the people with money can get out of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Istrid is dead, and that's a big shocker. And that's why Vinny hadn't been able to
Is that wrong?
to contact her. Like Vinny sent a message, I think, back when they were fighting Thrakis, and she never got a response, and she didn't end up checking on her in time because she was dead. But after the detectives leave, Cal does a little investigation. He finds some markings on the floor.
Oh, I was drunk.
I think they were...
I was intoxicated, but I was in the right
drunk.
mindset.
Yeah, you were trying to look for any clues or anything, but you didn't really find
My character
much.
was intoxicated.
Yeah. I don't remember what those glyphs were all about. Maybe just to protect her stuff at the time?
We don't know.
Yeah, I don't really
Sal
know.
has her soul.
Soul was there.
Modifier.
Soul recognizes like an ancient common that's used for magic.
Yeah, actual magic
Yeah.
language, not trash language like Vinny.
One of the things Nihalor did say during my meeting at the beginning was that he wants, he said it's time to end this war, and then
It's
later
time
they
to-
find Esther dead, so there's that. I won't say that out loud. After Cal and Soul also investigate Ron's room, and it turns out Ron had been, like, harboring mice. So
That's the only
he
thing I
felt
found.
really sheepish.
It's the only thing that
yeah,
Ron
he's
had
like,
to hide
I'm
in
gonna
his
get
whole
in trouble
room.
with these mice.
I'm very proud of him.
Yeah.
Wasn't even
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah, and then
I told him to keep it in check, though.
yeah, and when Cal finally, couldn't find anything useful, and he decides to go home, and he ends up getting an envelope from Sycamore, his contact, I guess, in his faction,
His handler.
the Obsidian Order.
My
and
dad.
It's
My third dad.
It's information about Thrakus'
My
last
guild dad.
shipment, which was. See, I can't read my writing in this one thing. Cuddles meat. Like
Pies. Yes.
Cuddle me pies.
It's a
That's-
shop.
It's a shop, yeah, but it seemed like
It's like a charcuterie.
they
type
paid
place.
extra to
Mhm.
have it sent quickly and quietly, and were suspicious that maybe that
The
had
gem
something.
Is
Stone of Galore.
the Stone of Galore is at Cuddle Me
Yeah,
Pies.
Vinny
Or
knows
was
she's on the
at
trail
one
of
point.
it.
That's
Vinny-
what we've gleaned.
Yeah, Vinny knows she's on the trail of it. Nihola pretty much confirmed that she's on the trail. And
She doesn't know about that info yet, though.
Yes.
But she was told that she's on the trail,
Mhm.
so when he tells
Yes.
her.
If I tell
My
her.
bad. If you tell her.
I will, probably,
She
when I see her.
helped
But
fight that stuff, so she would like that. Yeah, that was. What was wrong?
Jesus Christ, Micah, that was the grossest burp.
Did you? Oh,
You just burped directly
I'm
into
missing
my
half the stuff you
face.
guys are
I
doing.
also realized that I burped directly towards the
Oh,
microphone.
No, I'm sorry, Jake.
That hurt. Like, that was like tear gas
yeah.
in my eyes.
We left off
Don't
recording
bore
there,
that.
but afterwards, because I didn't want it to go too long, Vinny ends up. Oh, she does get basically Cal's blessing to go back to the yawning portal.
No,
with
that's
Maddie.
not what happened at
that's
all.
That's what it sounded like.
That is literally not what
you
happened.
Can go back there if you want to.
If that's how your character interprets
That's
it,
how
that's
she
fine.
That's how she
That is
interprets
not
it.
what happened at all.
Yeah.
I told you guys to go have fun. I was basically saying, I'll take care of everything.
Yeah.
You guys can have a good night.
Yeah.
But instead, Vinny had to be...
Because
little
she's
shit.
Benny
like,
about it.
You're
Should
like
be a
a
little
little
shit
dad.
about it.
Like you're like her dad. She
I was her dad for like
You're
a couple days.
You'll always be her dad now. Her small gnome dad. But
her.
yeah, she does end up going back to the Yawning Portal with Maddie, and since she was very surprised to see him with Mert, she asked him a few questions on the ride over, like, who are you? And she even asked his last name and what you're doing with Mert, where do you get your info from? And she
Why
learns
would he
that
answer?
he's a Harper agent.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Mert is like his contact,
Yeah.
his main source of information.
It's weird
hand.
And
that
he was there.
it's weird
to
that Mert
help.
is a Harper. Does that mean Mert's a Harper then?
Maybe.
And
Oh.
I don't know. But yeah, Maddie was there to help convince Vinny to take the deal, just in case. But she.
Wow, he
Didn't
brought
really-
insurance.
Well, he did do that nod thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Mert brought insurance. That's how.
He
That's
did.
how BA he is.
He did. He brought insurance. He knows a lot about her, probably. Probably through Maddie.
You've got- you've got-
everything.
What's that, Micah?
I said, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, Vinny doesn't realize how goozled she's been.
She's screwed. She kind of gets.
He literally played you like a fiddle.
Yeah.
Played us like a damn fiddle.
That's everything.
Mert is a nice man.
I don't trust him at all.
Mert the Merciless?
Yeah.
Makes
Do
you
we
say
know
that?
that was what he was considered back
I think
in
that's
the
what
day?
everyone just knows.
Yeah, that was his name back when he was an adventurer.
But sometimes people mellow out when they get older, so he could be like chill now.
Yeah.
Is that one of my hairs?
Yes.
Or just-
Sometimes people just become less merciless.
Sorry, I have long hair.
Yeah. So we're unless you guys have something that you want to do during the night,
No.
we're going to
I'm
pick
sorry.
up.
I did.
We're gonna pick up early in the morning as Vinny is coming
Oh.
out of the yawning portal,
Okay.
wiping her frozen little cheeks.
Yeah. My tears froze to my cheeks. It's cold outside.
And yeah, it's probably like 4:30 in the morning right now.
So not bedtime for Vinny.
Yeah, and it is cold.
It's
There's a
very-
lull in the storm right now, but the main front of the blizzard's moving in like in a few hours.
Yeah, and I'm walking. I have my coat and I have like a hood, but I'm still wearing the dress.
Okay.
So I'm not dressed super warm for this weather. 'Cause I was dressed to ride in the cart to the opera and
Yes.
stuff like that. So
Which was warmed and comfortable, of course.
yeah.
Full
So
of identical people.
I look for a little bit and then I decide to dip down into the sewers because it's warm and I don't want to go back home.
Okay.
And I want to be somewhere that weirdly feels more safe.
Yeah. Are you gonna head to one of the nearest hideouts? Or okay.
Yeah.
You make your way through the sewers, following the chalk markings on the walls. You get lost a couple times because it looks like someone or something has come through and cleaned some of the sewer walls since the last time there were markings put up.
Yeah. It happens.
And as you grow closer to the latest hideout, you don't know exactly why, but you start to get kind of a funny feeling. And you just kind of shrug it off. There's no like immediate reason why you should be on edge or anything like that, so you just kind of push forward and don't really think anything of it again until you get to the hideout and you do your little knock that you do to get past the door, and yeah, you not shaving a haircut.
They're not very smart in the.
And someone comes to open the door, but normally you expect like some grubby halfling or more commonly a goblin or something like
gablin?
that to come and open the door. This time, when you do,
Get his like 2 copper a day to open a door all day.
let me find it.
Man, we could just be rich in the sewer if we just lived there.
I believe that it's one of these.
I mean, we're still not in like a sewer net, but
Yeah.
what are we popping in? What's happening?
I'm sorry, I was wanting to find something specific and I kind of forgot what it was called.
Hey Jake,
Yeah.
you smell.
No, I don't. I'm in the bath.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
your
smells
bath
really
smells
good.
like you.
I mean,
Smells like Jake
you know I
T.
don't smell like my bath.
Smell like
This
Jake T.
this time, what opens the door?
It's a door, door.
It looks roughly goblin-like,
Oh no.
But it has very like pale pinkish purple skin, and its eyes are like a completely like glazed over milky white.
Jake.
What?
And whatever this thing is just silently opens the door and holds it open for you.
I think I know what it is. I won't say.
Yeah, 'cause I have no idea. I
Yeah,
don't think
well,
Vinny
Jake-
does, does she? If it's unusual.
You have no
Jake's
idea.
not here, so
Yeah.
I can tell him it's something he wanted to make a character of.
I can guarantee you it's not.
Oh, it's not?
No.
No, it's probably.
No,
It's
'cause
not a
those are
bugbear.
big. It's.
I thought it was a
assume it's
bugbear.
small.
No.
Oh, it's not big?
A bugbear is like a huge furry like.
Oh, I didn't hear your description of
Yeah.
the size on this thing.
No. This thing is goblin sized.
Oh, I thought you said it was
Look,
goblin-like.
it looks goblin like. It looks like a goblin that,
I think how.
but
Is it
it doesn't have, like instead of like the normal mess of teeth that you would expect from goblins, they're still like sharp, but they're in straight, pointy rows.
Oh.
And his
This is like an illithid almost.
its skin is like this light purple pink. Its eyes are glazed over white. Its ears are laid back flat against its bald head.
This is some
It's
sort of
wearing like
Underdark
some
thing.
like dirty gray patched like tunic, and it's silently standing there staring at you, holding the door open.
Do
Yeah.
you close the
I-
door?
No. I just give a nod and hey mate.
Yeah. You walk past and it closes the door behind you and picks up a crossbow that's leaning up against the wall. Goes back to its station next to the little arrow slit that it looks out of. And as you start walking through, you notice that a similar creature is stationed at another arrow slit guard point type place.
An antechamber.
Yeah, and as you start walking back into like the hideout proper, you've noticed a drastic change in how these things normally are. There are no like drug addicts or winos or anything like that laying around sleeping off a high like they used to. Nothing like that. The only other people that you see walking through here are like shady-looking guild members in black armor, some Dwargar, and more of these vaguely goblinoid creatures that you've never seen before but have just kind of shown up. And nobody's talking to each other, there's nobody playing games or anything like that, there's no general hum of sort of the goings-on of the street rats of the city.
Of a crack house.
Yeah, things are quieter and strangely
Serious.
more grim.
Very serious.
Yeah, it's a much different feel down here
Something's going down.
than it was just a few days ago the last time you were down in one of these places.
Yeah, I immediately just think of Nihilor.
Something's going on. They're about to do something.
Do I, yeah, I probably just kind of mill around for a little bit, unsure if I should talk to anyone. I wasn't hoping, I wasn't thinking of talking to anyone, I just kind of wanted to chill, but it's not the usual atmosphere I like.
Nobody stops you if you try to just like find a place to
Yeah.
Lay down.
hang out, but there's nobody doing that anymore. Like the crackheads and winos are gone.
They realized they probably didn't want to be there because something's about to go down.
Or someone's cleaning them out. Have I heard anything about, like, more disappearances for, like, Xanathar Guild members? Is there, like...
Are you asking around?
Wait, so there's been disappearances with the sewer guild?
Well,
I mean, there have been on
Before
both
it's-
sides, just as like skirmishes
Yeah,
happen,
there's-
people
'cause they're,
die,
like,
bodies
fighting-
go missing.
People don't check in.
well,
Yeah.
I remember that, like, if you raise too much... If you make too much noise, basically,
You go
If you're
missing.
too rowdy and stuff in
Yeah,
the
no,
Xanathar's Guild, you disappear.
The kind of fighting that we're talking about is like, Mexican cartels in 06. Like,
Yeah.
you'll wake up in the morning and there'll be bodies hanging from the bridges and people just go missing, kind of thing. You know?
Borderline paramilitary
Yeah.
operations.
So
Wish I had a
the
fire
past
snake
few
tattoo.
months, it hasn't been uncommon for people that you used to know in the guild just to be gone, and nobody knows exactly where they went, except occasionally you hear like, oh, so and so was on a job and they got into a fight with Zents
Yeah.
and it went sour. And anytime someone disappears, you just kind of assume that that's what happened. And I mean, obviously, there's always the rumors that so and so got fed to Nihilor and their brain was his next lunch, or you never know how true that is. But
Yeah, I'm starting to believe it's probably true.
like, nobody's exactly sure what he eats, but the general consensus is that he eats brains.
Yeah.
I'm sure he just like slurps them.
He just became a zombie.
Like, there's been some rumors that like bodies have been found in his quarters with like holes bored into their foreheads, but those have never really been confirmed.
Yeah, because who's going to confirm that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly just like crazy horror stories that you hear that you're like, that can't be true. But after meeting him a few times, maybe they are. You know?
Yeah. I think the people that are in black armor, she'll go up to one of them and ask what's up with the, where's the good vibes, man? Like,
Are you mana now?
no.
Hey, man.
You approach a half-elf woman who, like, short hair, and one of her ears has been sort of torn off at the top, and she looks kind of gnarled and grisly. When you come up and ask her, she kind of laughs, and she says, "You haven't heard? It's New Xanathar's orders."
Yeah?
The news
We
and
cleaning the place up? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I guess he's brought in some new lackeys, and they've been rounding up the winos and taking them somewhere. I don't know.
We're supposed to score some good stuff then.
Did you say the new Xanathar?
That's what she said. Yeah.
Oh.
She kind of looks around for a minute and then nods over to the closest. It's kind of, bathroom is a bit of a strong word, but the closest like
Hole?
shit closet.
Yeah.
And pulls you in there. And are you gonna follow her in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when she does so.
It's so stupid.
Or when you do
She just
so,
kills you, throws you in
she
the hole.
stabs you in the neck and tosses you to the
I
gelatinous
have
cube.
magic and
No.
a weapon.
Against a surprise attack, you don't.
She first of all pulls out a small clear vial with some like opalescent white powder in it that you recognize as spice from her bra.
Yeah, the bra spice.
Yeah. And she pulls out like basically like a little Coke spoon and
Dang, hooked
does
you up.
does a bump of it and then offers it to you.
Yeah.
And of course
I
you
take it.
absolutely do it.
I
and-
need it. I need this
Yeah,
right
once you do that, she puts it away and then gives you an address to a warehouse in the dock ward that you can go to buy some stuff if you want. Nobody's allowed to sell out of the hideouts right now, so
now.
she knows someone in the dock ward though.
She hooked you up though. That was mighty kind of her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you didn't even give her like offer to give her a coin.
I'm about to. Yeah. I kind of. I reach into my bodice.
Well, I mean, camaraderie amongst
Oh yeah.
fellow member.
Yeah.
I doubt she had sex.
Gotta hook him up.
Yeah. I give her a gold.
Yeah, she
Thanks.
slips it into her bra next to her drugs and.
What a type.
Yeah.
She's the great.
She
I
she
prefer
kind
her.
of wipes a little smudge from your nostril before opening up the door and following out.
Just like,
Yeah. Give her like a little wink.
okay.
She gives you some eyes before walking away.
Yeah.
But
Gives you the Mert stare that
Yeah.
Mert gave me when I winked at him. He just goes,
yeah.
just eyes up like, oh.
Yeah. So now you're standing in a stinky water closet.
Yeah, I leave.
Okay.
I make my way.
Water closet.
I probably find a place to like chill for the night. I think about
Okay.
going out, but I'm like, I think I'm just gonna.
Like
It's like 5 in the morning.
Like in the hangout? Or-
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out for a few hours and then finally go.
Yeah. Nobody bothers you.
Yeah. I kind
You
of try
kind
to
of get
avoid.
some weird looks, but when people realize that you're not like, passed out on drugs or anything, then they don't really bother you.
I'm kind of like.
Just kind of resting.
I probably look just kind of pale and tired and kind of mopey.
High.
It's after like probably about 2 hours that someone finally comes and tells you that there's new sleeping quarters that have been set up a little bit farther in, and they lead you to a room that a few of those goblinoid creatures are sleeping in cots in, but there are a row of cots on 2 walls.
Oh
You
And
go back out in the sewer, you fall asleep in there.
there's
sleeping
like
next to
there's
that
like
thing.
3 of them in there sleeping, but you can like
They're just
you can
eating
move to
your
the
dreams.
opposite corner of the room and
I do
sleep
so.
on a bed there.
I do
yeah.
so. I
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
away.
They're probably eating your dreams if you fall asleep, dude.
Yeah, do you fall asleep?
Should I roll for that? See if I can stay awake?
Sure, make a Constitution saving throw
Oh, maybe I will
with
roll.
disadvantage because you just did a bump of spice.
Which,
I want the black one.
you like to roll both? You got
I
disadvantage.
have disadvantage, so I
Yeah.
can only roll one. Oh no!
You rolled
it's
two.
not.
Disadvantage, so you roll 2.
Okay.
So that's a
9, whatever your
yeah.
con is.
No.
Alright, my con, which
It's a
is
saving throw.
probably 12.
Okay.
Plus 3 con. It's,
Yeah, no, you
I'm not a fighter.
you find yourself kind of dozing a couple times, but you never like lose awareness of your surroundings.
You're just like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
Stare and
Kind
then
of
just...
start awake a couple times, and
your eyes are all
make a perception check.
trying to look, like through crusty
Okay, we'll
eyes.
just keep
Oh, sorry, Jen.
just a little bit. Perception check.
Ooh, nice.
19 plus something. 20. My perception's so big.
Yeah.
I have a pass
You-
of like 14.
You've been laying there for a little bit now, and you're kind of dozing off, and then you do that thing where like you breathe in and you just like kind of accidentally vibrate your vocal cords and do that kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
as you're
Oh,
like
I do
no,
the same thing.
that.
like as you're
No, I was
falling
doing it last
asleep,
night. I caught myself
and
doing
like as that happens, it kind of wakes you up a little bit, and when you do, you notice that one of
Fear.
those creatures has been like trying to tiptoe between the heads of the cots and the wall, so like trying to sneak up behind you basically, and he's just kind of been like steadily creeping, but when you made that noise he just kind of like froze, and his like milky eyes are just like on the side of your head, and he can't tell that you're awake because your eyes are like just barely open, but you can tell that like you didn't even notice that he was moving until he stopped.
Mhm.
And once he stopped, that absence of movement caught your attention.
Mhm.
So now this thing is like just standing there kind of staring at you, and you just made a noise, and if you don't do anything, he's probably going to keep coming towards you. But
Yeah, is...
You explode him.
he's probably, I'd
You
say...
knife that. You come up with knife. Like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I-
probably about 10, 15 feet away at this point, like a few beds down.
Yeah, I lift up my skirt.
You don't sneak up on people
and
in
I
the sewer,
pull out
man.
my karambit and I just shake my head.
Just staring. You just stare him down.
You know, I also like... I don't a little tired, but
I don't know if magic's a good idea.
prestidigitation. I just kind of make some like sparks appear in my hand. Just.
Thanks a lot, Jake.
You're welcome.
Yeah. When you move your skirt and grab your knife, he vanishes from view.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
And yeah, he
Was he real?
vanishes. The other ones that were resting in here are no longer in here. Now you're in an apparently empty room, but there was just one of these creatures in here that was sneaking up on you, and then once it realized that you weren't sleeping and you made a move, it vanished from sight.
You know you could have asked what they were, right? Probably could have got away with asking what
You
they were.
see, Vinny's very scared of asking certain questions when it starts to get close to 9:01. She avoids. That's why she doesn't ask about the eyes in her house.
All you gotta do is just go,
She-
"What's that?" And if someone goes like this and looks at you, you go, "Never mind."
She's afraid to ask certain questions. She
Yeah.
did ask. She
You,
was too curious. But
You kind of dart your eyes around the room and look around, and after a second, you hear the pitter-patter of tiny footsteps, and
Oh, did he go invisible?
like probably 4 or 5 seconds later, that same goblinoid comes into view just as you see him darting out of the room.
Oh,
okay.
I'm assuming he has some sort of like natural ability to go invisible.
Yeah,
'Cause
can't
he just, like-
gnomes do that.
Maybe,
Is there a gnome that can do that? Like one of them,
maybe.
like the force gnome or something. So yeah, okay. I'm wide awake now.
I'm
I
wide
think.
awake.
It's not. That encounter
I
would
probably
not
had
have
people
been.
kind of creeping at me before.
Yeah, that
I don't-
encounter would not have been something that's unfamiliar, except that what this creature was.
Yeah, I
like,
don't really understand. What
If
it
this
can
had
do.
just been like any normal day and you came down here and it's just a bunch of druggies and winos, you wouldn't have thought anything of like a goblin trying to come up on you. But like everything's weird and you've never seen these creatures before, and it turned invisible and then scrammed and
Yeah, that thing
Yeah.
just had like the ability to cast invisible at will, like that. So
Yeah, for a short time, but
that ain't
Yeah.
nothing to mess with. He's like a chameleon. I think there's something. They gotta be like some sort of illithid.
okay.
Doesn't
well,
matter. I'm not there. I'm just saying.
After that, I
I
think
don't know.
I don't stay there much longer. Maybe 10
No.
minutes, and then I make my way out of the hideout and back out on the street if I can.
I would have ran after that.
yeah, it's probably like 7:00, 7:30, somewhere around there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say it's about 7:30. Are you gonna start making your way back home?
So
All right.
actual school now.
Cal,
Yes, sir.
you wake up at around 6:30, somewhere in there.
6, yes.
Okay.
I
You
woke
wake
up
up
early.
at 6. You see the silhouette of Sol up in his tower doing his morning workout routine with Circe on top of his head.
Balancing perfectly.
Yeah, just kind of like
Obviously.
doing the crane kick training from Karate Kid. Like, yeah.
Oh.
You can hear Imbric out stoking the forge to life.
I mean, obvious.
And yes, Avi, and you can hear Imbric in
Snoring.
the kitchen. No, he's in the kitchen. It sounds like he's getting his morning coffee.
Okay. I will get dressed as fast as possible.
Okay.
Try to get some coffee.
Yep.
Just like down coffee. Turn to Embrick, be like, I'll be back in like an hour and a half or so.
He just kind of grunts at you.
All right. Later. So I planned on doing some stuff in the workshop. So if their plans change, I still planned on using the workshop.
Yeah, that's fine.
I didn't want them to stop the forge or something.
Yeah. No, you're good.
So I didn't know what their workload looked like for today. So I dip. I go back to the blacksmiths that I went originally with these two.
Oh boy.
Oh, so your
Okay.
girlfriend.
Yes, I'm going to see my girlfriend.
Yeah. It is early in the morning, but much like at your house, when you get there, I'm guessing you grab a cart or like.
Yeah, fastest way.
Yeah, it's like blizzard. This morning, like
Okay.
it would take you a while to get through it. If
Then
you were
yes, I'll
walking.
grab a cart.
Yeah, you cart over there and you see the familiar sight of a forge being stoked to life as Buck is currently getting things up and going at the lower portion of their shop.
I just sort of walk in.
Yeah.
And wait till Buck. Does Buck even look at me?
He does. He looks up at you. He has earplugs in right now because
Yeah, he's
he
got
was
it.
working on something. He just nods at you and
Yeah.
points up the stairs.
Nod back and I walk up the stairs.
Yeah.
And I get to that weird hallway.
You go up to that weird skinny hallway with only a few rooms, and you go up there and you knock on Mana's door, and just like last time, you hear multiple deadbolts slide,
Yes.
and the door opens and there's like 3 or 4 chains that he's looking through,
Yes,
and then he
yes.
closes it again and unlocks all the locks and whatnot.
He needs to get a
Uh,
latch.
yeah. And yeah,
The peephole.
he opens the door and ushers you in.
Mhm.
I'm glad to see you. I didn't know that you'd be coming so soon.
Well, this is going to be my only chance for a while, so I thought I'd come. I wanted to. Didn't I get a? Did Mana? Someone told me Mana was looking for me.
Yes.
Also, I just wanted to talk. I was like, well, I'm assuming we're here about the same thing. I had made a little bit of progress. I just wanted to talk to you about what was going on with the current project I was working on.
Of course, I'd love to see it.
I guess I probably would have brought it with me.
Yeah.
I have all the, and I have his. He gave me a schematic for it.
Yeah.
And I still have that. Lay everything out. Find a probably a rare, not dirty spot in this workshop.
Yeah.
Lay everything out. You know, I explained to him the problems I had with it. About things are coming together. It's just I couldn't get this to work exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, he goes over it with you for probably close to an hour. And goes over everything that you did right, everything that you did wrong, shows you his updated schematics to show you, well, this is how I was doing it, but it would be much easier to just do it this way, and you could implement it into the design pretty easy, things like that. And at the end of that, he essentially has given you advantage on all checks to
Make
the thing now.
Okay, cool.
And also, when that's done,
I've forgotten how many. I think I made one more check. Did I make another check? I think I made one and I succeeded.
I think so.
Because I already had failed.
Yes.
I'm on a new round of checks.
Yes.
I have a single success.
Yeah.
And no failures.
He's gone over what you've already started on your new attempt as well, and showed you where to go from there.
Cool.
And also, at the end of that, he brings out a small wooden box and hands it to you, and says, "This is." It basically says, "This is what I've been excited for, and I wanted you to test them and tell me what you think." And you open it up, and it's an ammunition box, and inside are 10 rounds for a normal pistol, not a palm pistol. And each of those, the casing, much like your cigars, has a band with runes on it. And I forgot to make the magic item for you last night, but I do have the item for you, and I can get it made for you on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
but also tucked inside there is a cheat sheet with what all of the rounds do.
Yeah.
And I will get that list to you just as soon as I remember where I saved it.
So I got like Teeth of the Worm bullets now.
Something like that.
Oh man, this is like my new favorite thing, like mechanic, like this whole banded thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's cool.
And yeah, he wants you to test those out and tell him what works and what doesn't, and what is effective enough for mass production and what isn't.
So like I like look at them like, you want soft targets? Like for these?
Well, ideally they'd be tested in the field.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
yeah. And yeah, I'll have to get that.
This is
to
so
you for
tight.
that.
Meanwhile, Jake's doing his push-ups. Soul's character, Mr. Soul.
Actually, something I want to do after breakfast.
Well, is there anything else that you wanted to do with mana? He was mostly just wanting to.
No, and I'm
spend
gonna
some
go
time.
back. I would go back as soon as we were done. I would go back and try and work at the Steam Seal. But I'm not gonna use someone else's workshop.
Are you gonna try to?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll just do
You can go ahead and make that attempt while we cut over to Soul. It is again probably around 6 o'clock in the morning. You just finished your morning workout, and now you can smell the smells of Ron cooking breakfast in the way that he does. And Cersus is starting to scratch at the door because he wants out.
So I add 4, so I got a 16. Assuming that saves. Okay, cool. 2 successes.
So yeah, what are you doing, bud?
Alright, Jeremy, would Cal have trusted Soul with a key to every door in the manor?
Every door
You don't,
except my office.
Now,
Now,
there has to be one other
Ron has
person
a key
who
to
has
your
a key
office.
to your door.
Yes, if you want to get in my office, you can ask Ron, and I'm sure he'll
Yes.
give you the key. I gave Ron a key to my office, and I never explicitly told him not to let anyone in there.
There's a master key that all three of you have, and that master key opens up every door in the house except for the door to Cal's office.
I literally changed it
and
myself.
there is a separate lock that has 2 keys. One that Cal has and one that Ron has, and Ron only has it because he needs it to get to his bedroom.
Ron basically lives in my office.
Yeah.
Alright. After eating breakfast, I'm gonna ask Ron if I can borrow the key to Cal's office.
He's gonna write a paper bird to Cal, asking Cal if.
Do we just have those lying around? Because that's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
definitely
fund.
kept the office.
I'll give them to him.
There's a
Ron definitely got some
There's a fund every month for the business to have
paper birds.
paper birds.
Yes.
Well, we just have them lying around.
I'm working in my
Ron
office.
has
Where?
like 4 or 5 of them in the kitchen in case he needs to make orders.
Then I'll just ask for one of those instead of a key. If I didn't know he had
Yeah,
them.
he'll scratch out like the first sentence that he was writing. And
Oh,
hand it over to you.
so you wanted paper birds is what you wanted.
Yes, that's all I wanted.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
And then I'm gonna send a message to Mert.
Oh, no.
Oh.
This is
Okay.
not what I thought you were going to do.
Okay.
Micah. I'll type it up real fast for you, Micah.
This is going to be Soul wanting to meet his bodyguards and become one or something. It's 100% what's going down.
He's
Soul
asking
saw.
for Vinny's spice back.
Yeah.
What?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
If only he was that much of a bro.
That is fun. That is a funny thing, though. That's a very
Good
Soul thing.
spice.
Very Soul
gift.
thing.
As I'm doing this, you can finish. That's all I wanted to do.
Walks downstairs. Hey, I need to get into Cal's office. Sees him pull out a paper bird, and then Soul just like grabs the paper bird, starts writing on it, and then sends it, and then just leaves Ron, and Ron's just like, okay.
Like John Travolta, just kind of.
Yeah. Just goes back to cooking, I guess.
Alright. I need that letter, Jake.
Just Vincent Vega.
I'm typing it. Give me a second.
I should have bought that
How do I
space.
want to word this?
Okay, and I'll buy it if I can find her.
Dude, man, it gave me cool stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool being in a guild.
Yeah,
Being in guilds.
a good guild.
Yeah,
Guild.
being in a guild that knows what it's doing and not controlling me. Well, at least not willingly. Just some sort of another cog in the machine. Not a pawn, at least.
For the new Xanathar.
I don't even know who that is. Is it Nihilor? Is he the new Xanathar?
I'm starting to guess. It's kind of looks like his kind of influence.
How would a mind flayer beat
I don't know anything.
how would he beat Xanathar?
I don't know. Maybe
Because
it's some
Xanathar is a
weird-
beholder. I mean, Cal doesn't know any of this, mind you.
Vinny doesn't. Vinny's never met the Xanathar.
That's the thing I'm saying though. Like, that's crazy. That he's got to be like, isn't there like a better mind flayer,
What if it's like?
a blood or a brood tyrant or whatever?
What if it's a tentacly beholder, like some weird hybrid thing? And
I
it's
don't know
still
if that's
a
how that
beholder,
works.
but it's like.
Or he could just be under the control of another beholder. It's usually how it goes. I
See,
thought mind
Vinny
flayers were
doesn't know.
typically controlled by beholders. Or they sometimes could be like susceptible to that. But mind flayers, I know they have like the whole hive mind thing going on, or whatever. You know,
Yeah,
hive mentality.
Who knows what these things are like in his world too?
The
Sometimes you change
Underdark
things
is a
up.
scary place. I need Soren. She's more equipped for this than Cal is. She literally has
There
an
you go.
Underdark sword.
Dear Sir Mort.
Dear Sir Moore.
He's trying to like.
This
like,
is because
that's what
has
normal
Soul
people
ever
do.
written a letter?
He learned. He's out of practice.
It's like that's what normal people do. He's trying to butter.
Oh.
Butter him up.
Oh my.
I'm trying not to look at the screen.
Di-
I'm
oh
so
man.
curious.
Okay. This is interesting.
Is Soul conspiring against us already?
Probably. I don't trust.
Only a
him.
little bit.
And then
Well,
me and Soul are gonna.
I hate this party.
Oh man.
This party's so good.
Okay. That's the thing. I'm sorry. I'm still like partially held up on Dear Sir Mort.
Dear Sir Moore, will you please kill my friends?
Yeah.
Find a way for my friends to die, thank you.
I think he does a pretty good job of that on her own.
Okay. Yeah, you send that out. And do you just go and like eat breakfast after?
Yeah, I
you're
did
done?
that as I was eating breakfast.
Okay.
Some light espionage.
And now I'm just waiting.
Does Mort get this letter that says, "Hey Cal," scritched out, and then it says "Dear Sir Mort" under it, like
Yes.
reads like this paper.
Yes. Exactly what it
That's
is.
fantastic.
Hey Cal, Soul needs to scratch. Dear Sir Mort.
Okay. You do get a response while you're eating breakfast. Let me type it out to you.
Great. I wonder if Mort just has someone that just writes his paper birds for him. I'm assuming he does, most definitely.
Well, I'm sure it depends on the information in paper birds.
Well, I'm sure one of his bodyguards just does it. I'm sure his bodyguards just are paid to know everything. They're probably paid very well, considering he just has money just about. I hope Mert doesn't. Why would Mert want the Stone of Galore? I don't think he does. I'm just saying, like, there is a possibility that he would.
If
I don't
he
think
is
it's
a Harper
likely.
agent, he probably doesn't want it falling into the wrong hands.
Oh, that's right. The
You
Harpers
might
are
want
good
to
people.
protect
Huh?
it.
Harpers are like
Because
the
that's a
lawful
lot.
evil, like, or the neutral evil, or neutral good, like.
Are you?
'Cause
Are they
they're-
evil or not?
Are
Why
you-
you
They're
trying
not
to say
evil. No, they're not evil, but they just don't. I could see them going outside the law to make sure that evil doesn't prevail. Because they're secret.
Chaotic good.
Maybe not that much.
Not that much.
But
Law.
neutral? I don't know.
Neutral good, I think, is what they are.
I'm sure it's probably a mix of both, actually.
Oh yeah, they're everything.
Yeah, alignment is.
They're like they're good. Their alignment is just good. There's no.
Well, doesn't mean individual agents are all
True.
good. There could be some corruption in
Yeah, it's like more.
there. I don't trust.
You don't
Can't
trust
even-
Mert?
I don't trust anyone.
Well, you sure drank that thing fast, didn't you?
Because I needed it. I'll worry about the consequences later, but I'm fine right now.
For those of you watching, I'm shaking my head. And Jake. Our DM has been hit by a curveball here. He's currently writing out a message to our
Sweet
Mr. Secret.
dear soul.
Well, I realized I
Mr.
should have
Sol-
asked that
Mr.
question last
Yeah.
session.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Sol Solaris, or whatever his name is. Solier.
Solaire.
Soler. Sí, sé todo.
I just said about my boyfriend being a spy this whole time, you know?
You're literally like you
You're
work for
you're a
every
thief.
espionage agency besides the good ones at
Yeah,
this
but
point.
I wasn't spying on him.
Have you ever been to Waterdeep?
Born and raised.
Everyone's
Everyone's got secrets, I know.
everyone is lying.
Sometimes you lie to yourself, and then you realize the truth, and it's a little hard to swallow, you know?
Okay. You receive this message.
Nothing like here. Should have just said it out loud, but then I checked it. Let's do it like that. Ba-da-ba-ba, boom-ba-da-ba-da-ba, boom-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-ba, boom-ba-da-ba-da-ba, boom-ba-ba-da. Boom-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-da, boom-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-da. You done reading, Jake?
Yeah, I'm reading. Yeah, you guys can continue.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
I'll throw that into the fire after I'm finished reading.
Okay. About 45 minutes or so later, Vinny comes back to the manor, looking pretty much like a popsicle. It is a
She just
freezing,
lays in front of the fire.
full-on blizzard outside, and
I intended to throw her in the fire as well.
yeah, her hair is
I mean, I
caked with
use-
snow.
I use
and,
prestidigitation sometimes, but it's gonna
Yeah.
keep doing it, and I just get fuck it, and I just
Yeah, she comes in looking like the Abominable Snowman.
yeah, and I just my face is just
Not the
very,
one from Monster Inc.
just no,
She looks like
no real
Abominable
expression.
Snowman.
Yeah,
I just look dead on my feet.
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said Indomitable
Oh,
Snowman.
yeah, I meant the Abominable Snowman.
No, but does
Yeah.
she look like Abominable Snowman though?
She looks like Vinny covered in snow.
Oh, cool. Why didn't you say so?
And then a few minutes later, you can see out the window the small form of Cal hopping out of a cart and walking the short distance to his workshop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know for me, like, I kind of stare at that eyeball that's over the fireplace for a minute and just kind of blink at it a few times. And then, yeah, I just lay down in front of the fire, just like straight on my back and just stare up at the ceiling.
How much for the cart?
If you sold me. 2. Mostly 2.
Okay.
Some Blizzard special going on right now.
Yeah, probably not much business happening. No, okay, gotta remove my silver again.
Alrighty.
Remove.
What are you guys gonna do?
Lay there.
I'm working in my
Not
shop right now,
talking.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've already decided to be working in my shop for
Yeah.
like an hour.
And us two don't know anything. Don't have any other
Yeah.
information.
Cool, we could just time skip. So I get to the shop. Start with you, Mr. Dan.
Yep.
I get to the shop. Warm up for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Walk in, see a blue-haired lady laying in front of our fire.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah,
Walk over to
just melting.
the bar, get a cup of coffee,
Yep.
maybe grab a bite to eat. And then, Soul, are you downstairs?
Yeah, I'm at the bar in my usual spot.
Cool.
Like, me and him haven't, like, said anything to each other.
Yeah, well, that's Soul. I motion for you, Soul. Get up, follow me. I walk over to the blue sack of crap on the floor.
Yeah, like, an owl, like, crawls out of my jacket.
I kick her in the small of her back a little bit.
Ow.
Get up.
Oh,
Get up. We gotta go to my office.
okay. I'm up.
And we-
She'll get up. Like,
I'll bring them into my office, lock the door behind us, sit down, and I will explain to them the contents of the letter I received from Sycamore, which basically said they that the it's at the bakery place, the pies place.
yeah.
That's where the stone is.
Yeah.
It's where it was sent.
Cuddles meat pies.
Yeah.
You.
What's happening?
That's where it was, at least. So I think we need to.
Oh, his audio just stopped.
Oh, Jake. Oh,
Did he,
your
like-
audio just stopped. Okay. Yeah, we could hear you. Jake?
We didn't, like... Is our mic working?
Jake? Hello? Oh. There we go. Not
There
sure
we
why we
go.
got muted on Discord. That was weird.
Weird.
Oh,
So-
okay.
I just got waved to follow Cal.
Yes.
Yes, I bring you into my office.
Mhm.
With Vinny. Lock the door behind us, and I explain to you the contents of the letter I received. Stating basically where the Stone of Galore was at one point in time, which is our next lead.
Okay. Yeah, we should get to that as soon as we can. I want to find it and just be done with it now.
Why are we looking for the stone?
Because it's worth so much gold.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's looking for
Because
it.
there was an attack in front of our manor. Point.
But
We were going to be protecting the stone.
Or at least that's what it was originally.
Someone got murdered.
Well, we didn't. We never even got the quest. We never accepted any quest to defend this stone. We got
We were
revenge.
so- we were-
We killed the thing. Vinny was tied up in something else that we don't know about.
I need to find the stone, Cal.
Why?
Because that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I want to do. We're on the trail and we need to get it.
Why do I need to come with you?
Because I need you.
For what?
You got the boomstick and you're smart.
Okay.
I thought we were a team.
I'm sure.
You,
Yeah.
me, and Soul.
Yeah.
We're in this together.
Mm-hmm.
Better or worse.
Mm,
Let's find the stone.
I've known you for like a month. I'm out here risking my life.
Yeah.
My business for you.
I like to think we've become closer.
Mm-hmm.
You're like a big brother to me. You're shorter now. Again. You're like, you're always looking out for me. I need that.
I'm staring her in the eyes.
Yeah. She looks
We're
like
both
crap.
staring at her.
Yeah, her makeup. Well, she wasn't wearing makeup.
So why do you want the why do you want the stone?
Bags under hers.
I don't. I was just following you guys.
Why are you following us?
See,
I have
so
nothing better to do at the moment.
we give you fun stuff to do and possible things to kill. Isn't that what you want?
A little bit.
And I'll try not to spook you this time if we run into trouble.
I sent you a list of what those bullets do, Jeremy.
Cool. Thank you.
Discord.
I'm just thinking what Cal would say.
Yep.
Look, it's better if we find the stone before certain other people do.
Well, who else is
What
looking
other
for it?
people?
Besides everyone in Waterdeep?
Yeah, that's why it should be us.
What are we gonna do with it?
Obviously.
You would know that there's probably a reward for anyone who returns it to the city. They don't go advertising that thing because it's going to get everybody in the city up into a frenzy.
But a lot
But,
of people still know.
That's what I would like to do
based
with the stone if we found it.
based on history and things that how Cal has just watched the city operate his entire life, you would guess that there's probably a reward going to be given to anybody who returns that money to the city. And then it's just like, at that point, you're someone who's done a great thing for the city. So there is like some, there's something virtuous about it.
Yes.
If you want
That's
to take
what,
that
that's
route.
what that's the real value that Cal sees.
But there is also just the angle of
A
you
pile
can
of
help
gold.
the city by returning these funds to it that was stolen by a corrupt leader, Or you can take it and give it to your guild to help establish that, or you can do whatever you want. But yeah, the main draw is that it's just a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
You're in?
I will tell you what. I'm in only if you guys tell me what your cut is going towards.
To get my mom out of jail.
Okay. Alright, look at Soul.
Just kind of tilt my head at him like,
What is your
I don't know.
charisma score? We're gonna need to roll for deception.
What's my
Nobody.
perception?
Oh.
I
If he
just kinda
lies, maybe.
look at him just like
Was I telling the truth?
say, I have no need for the money.
Then could I have your funds?
Go ahead.
I mean, you could take some of the cut for yourself to improve your weapons or armor, or maybe if you...
I'm taking a third of it. That's the plan. We're splitting this evenly.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, split it 3 ways.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Are you lying when you say, like, are you... Okay.
Just to clarify, are you guys saying that you're going to take it and turn it in and split the reward 3 ways, or take it and split the entire sum of money 3 ways?
We'll just see how things go. Like, if it
We
becomes
don't even know
too
if there
much
is any... I don't know if the money even exists anymore. We were going to be told to retrieve it for the people that originally stole the money, from what I understand. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll have to deal
That's
with
who
them,
initially
too.
was going to bring you the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Was someone who worked for the previous Open Lord.
Who was the one who created
yes,
the stone.
who embezzled 500,000 gold pieces from the city,
Rainier's
stashed
dead,
it somewhere, and this stone is the map and key
Yeah.
of this treasure. But now multiple guilds are trying to get it, and the city is looking for it.
Like, what would that be able to give us? Why would we ever do that?
I'd rather.
You know what I mean, though? Like, what would he give us that would outweigh
I'd rather
this?
get the treasure and not turn it in, because then I could get my mom in jail. And then screw off from Waterdeep.
What Rainier said, who's the son of the previous Overlord, he said that he speculates that the person that was working for his dad that was going to give it to you to hold him probably thought that you guys were chummy with the family because you saved Rainier.
Yes.
Because nobody knows except
so we
for
could have just lied.
his main friends.
Yeah.
That Rainier and his dad are in the house.
Yeah, so the thing was just to lie to him and say we're going to get it back for him, but probably just did it for
but then
ourselves.
he was attacked by the Zents.
He was blown up in front of our house.
Yeah. So. And that spawned this whole thing. But yeah.
Now the stone is on its way somewhere.
Yeah. Right. It was on a delivery to Cuddles Meat Pies yesterday.
Okay. Well,
see, we have honorable goals. I want my mom free again, and that'll help with that. And maybe a little extra so I can have a better life.
Okay.
Don't you want that for me?
No.
Cal!
Okay. Well, we'll get it. This goes against a lot of things that I stand for.
But you could do so much good with it.
And that's what I plan to do.
Yeah. So?
Okay.
So we going?
Yeah, we're in. We're gonna go scope the place out.
Okay. I haven't slept, so I will do my best to I'm good.
Oh,
Just,
you literally did not sleep?
all I did was kind of doze.
You have a level of exhaustion though.
That's fine. I rested on the cart on the way to the Yawning Portal, and I haven't slept since.
We're not staging a...
I had a rough night.
We aren't breaking in yet. Yeah. I don't think we are. I think we need to scope out first, Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have one level of exhaustion, so you have disadvantage on all ability checks until you get a long rest.
Okay.
We're going right now, and then you're going to sleep, and this evening we are breaking in.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes.
So let's go to your character
Can we
sheet.
take like a 10-minute break? I need to use the restroom.
Yes, I was about to say this is a great time to make a bathroom
Do
break.
you need to...
Go ahead and go first.
Let's go with Dramba.
And I'm going to go ahead and mute the mic. So we will be back in like 10-15 minutes.
Yep.
Alright.
Alrighty. Love you, Jake.
Love you.
Hello, Jake.
Hello.
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 Hello. We're back. Hello.
Big boys have to poop.
Yes.
They can't do it at
Oh,
the
I'm
same
muted.
time.
Yes.
I'm like, why don't I hear Jake?
Mm.
We were
Definitely.
changing flavors.
Oh,
Were you?
God.
Yes.
Hello, Jake.
God,
Hello.
it's terrible.
Can I do something like this for Soul or for Cal?
Sure, why not? Did you check that list that I sent you, Jeremy?
What am I looking at?
That's the Land Warrior program. He has a camera on the front of his gun that goes into his glasses.
Oh,
Were you listening to me? at
Yes,
all? Okay.
I did. I thought I
Okay.
had nodded.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 times 30 square, 30 foot.
I'm saying 2 times because there's
Yes,
two
there's two of
each
them.
of those rounds. Yes.
30-foot sphere of magical darkness on impact. Magical. Okay. Oh my god, the second one. Teleport the user to point of impact. I have 2 blink arrows,
Yeah.
but they're bullets.
Yeah.
5-foot radius. Okay, so like a cone of cold, or an AOE of cold.
It's a sphere around the point of impact.
Mm-hmm.
Of anything standing in that sphere has to make a save or take.
To structures on impact. Okay.
Yes. That's like it's like a siege bullet.
It's an
essentially.
anti-material round.
Yeah, it's like a siege bullet.
Basic description of those bullets too.
Yeah.
Get a better description written up later.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That is cool.
Yeah, and then the last one, you shoot it, and at like all along the bullet's path until it stops, all through there, you essentially see along the bullet's path 360 degrees. So
The whole path.
yeah, so say there's like a long hallway or something, you could just go like this, shoot down the hallway, and see the entire distance. That
How
the
long
bullet
does that
travels.
last? Just like
Basically, like,
Is it like a
you
picture?
fire it, and then you have like a snapshot in your mind of
Okay.
360 degrees around the entire travel of the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baller.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Anyways, Yeah, you guys are in Cal's office. You just finished discussing your plans and kind of getting a grip on just
the severity and the vastness of the situation.
Exactly what you're doing is kind of like stopping and taking a breather and being like, hold on a minute, what are we doing and what are we trying to accomplish?
Exactly what.
Mom.
Yeah.
Exactly what I.
Yeah. So we just finished that, and I believe you guys have come to the consensus that you're going to continue to follow the path of the stone,
Mm-hmm.
and you are now preparing to go and I believe just scout out the meat
Scout
shop.
out Cuddles Meat Pies. I have 1 level of exhaustion.
So yeah,
I
I
have an
just
owl
realized-
familiar.
I don't think I have the map that I need, but that's okay. Because I can get it very, very quickly.
Okay.
Let's go here. And then go here. Oh, actually, I might have it. Let me double check. First of all, we don't need this. Sorry, Jake. I know you just did all that work to get the figurines in the same place, but
Do I have the right figurine?
I mean, it wasn't very much work.
yeah. I mean, do you ever do very much work?
He
No.
has a job. He has a job.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that doesn't mean that he
yeah.
works hard.
I mean,
I think-
and I have to leave in 45 minutes for that.
Oh yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get this scout session over with, and then
Yes.
next time,
This is the one that-
the Tuesday after I get back, or something. This Friday.
Okay, is that floating for you, Jake, or is that good?
It's good.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a map.
Yes. You guys make your way towards the trades ward. I'm assuming you guys take a cart because, again, it's blizzarding.
Yeah. Vinny's not in any shape to really
Yeah.
walk that whole way.
We'll wait for this voicemail to stop playing
Might
in
wanna-
the
Yeah.
middle of our... There we go. What?
I thought someone was gonna leave a message.
Oh,
I
no,
was gonna
it's
mute the
fine.
mic, so just in case it was something that you can put in.
It was almost over anyway.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you guys give... the...
Did you just?
No, I had
thought
to
you-
pop my
I
back.
thought you farted. I was like, damn.
No, you guys get dropped off into this alley. About right here. And I want to double check which building is which. Yeah, okay. So, this building.
It's still like
right-
it's the middle. It's not even like noon yet.
Yeah.
It's-
This building right here. That's not working. Is it this one? I think it's one. Yeah. Right here. That is Cuddles Meat Pies. And I assume you guys are approaching from the alley.
We're just walking through. Well,
Yeah.
we're just gonna walk from one end to the other.
Okay.
Alright.
It's hard. It's hard to see because it is snowing very hard out here. I believe you guys even have disadvantage on perception checks. Let me double check.
Oh,
Can
hell.
I?
There goes my
Oh,
That would
it's
suck. If I hit
it's
myself.
actively like there's a blizzard out right now. Like
There is a blizzard out right now.
What?
it's like snowing. Like
We're in the middle of a
heavily, like
blizzard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes me a little weary about sending out Sal because he'd be struggling in that.
Then don't.
Let's see. Weather effects.
We might just have to not use them.
Blizzard, yeah. Shrieking wind and falling snow impose disadvantage on perception checks. They rely on hearing or sight while outside. The wind also extinguishes open fires smaller than a torch flame. Invisibility is reduced to 60 feet. Snow on the ground creates difficult terrain in areas that are not heavily trod. However, you guys are in like a well-traveled alleyway, so that's not a big deal.
Yeah, I could warm up the
Yeah.
snow a little bit too as we go.
So yeah, you guys walk into the alley.
Yeah.
And about the time you get around right here, you see the cart that was described as belonging to a Mr. Rask. Right there. I believe his name is Justin Rask. Double check.
What? Wait, so we know who the carter was?
Yeah, Justin Rask. Meat was delivered by a member of Guild of Butchers named Justin Rask.
Okay.
Bacchus paid extra coin to stay delivered quickly and quietly. That was one of the things that you learned. When...
Okay. So we know who at least knew where this... Okay.
Yeah.
We had the middleman.
When Thrakus sent out the delivery that...
He was the carter.
...is assumed to have contained the Stone of Galore,
Mm-hmm.
it was sent through this guy. And his cart, the one that was described to you, is currently parked outside of this building here. And the front of the shop is right there. Cuddles Meat. That's the
Is
one
it open?
The order was going to.
Is
Can
the
we
shop open?
Yes.
I'll walk
Can
in.
we see? Oh,
Oh.
we're just gonna walk in. Because I thought about that. Maybe walk in and pretend to be
Well,
customers.
That's what I was
Are
gonna
you
do.
looking around for anything outside, Vinny, before doing it? Is that what you were gonna...
With the blizzard, I don't think I'm gonna chance it with Sal. I think it might be too difficult for him to fly around. He's not a very large owl.
I'm sorry. You're gonna do what with...
She's not.
I
She's gonna have
decided
her
not
owl
to.
fly, but she's not.
Okay.
I'm gonna have him tucked into my coat, keep him out of the weather.
Okay.
He's
So,
not used to flying that much.
You're just gonna go into the place?
Yeah, I think I'll go in as a customer.
Okay.
So, what about you, Soul? You gonna come with us?
I was
or you-
gonna
Following.
I was gonna tell him to wait outside,
Yeah.
Alright, then I'll wait outside.
but it's a
Yeah.
blizzard, so
I'll wait in the doorway then.
Okay.
that's fine. Just wait by the door.
And I mean,
Make sure no one follows us in.
if need be, I can contact you with message
Oh yeah.
if we don't want to.
Just try and keep a lookout.
Yeah.
Alright.
So you're staying outside?
Yes, I'm leaning against, like, right next to the door.
Not creepy at all.
Make a perception check. With disadvantage because you're in the blizzard.
Who? Soul?
So,
That was almost a 1.
well, good thing it's only a check.
Oh, so perception, so and 17.
Nice.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 16 and a 17.
Okay.
Nice job.
It was almost a 1.
Good
Yeah.
eye, kid.
Okay. Yeah, you just kind of as you're looking around can tell by the footprints in the mud and the snow and from the wheel tracks that it looks like whoever parked that cart there has been back and forth between both the shop and what looks like a small residence over here. But that's all you notice, while Cal and Vinny, you guys walk into a warm little room here. There is all along this wall right here. Basically the wall with this doorway on it. That whole wall is taken up by a glass display case with a bunch of different meats and whatnot on display. And there's like a chalkboard on the wall behind with like a display for prices and things from the back and things like that you can get. And then there is a doorway behind that glass display. What's the word I'm looking for? Counter.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of a door, there's curtains made of like the thick, like rubbery plastic material that you see in butcher shops.
Yeah.
There's like two kind of dingy flaps there that work as curtains back between what you can tell by sight and smell is the actual like butcher shop, butcher section of this shop.
Yeah.
The place where they kill all the stuff and chop it
Yeah,
up.
basically chop everything up. And when you guys walk in, a bell rings above the door, and a moment later, I forgot what race this one is. A moment later, a portly, middle-aged human woman with like a gray bob cut and a blood-stained apron walks into the room from the back room, walks in behind the counter, and smiles at you as you walk in. What can I do for you this morning? What can I do for you this morning? I couldn't remember what that was.
I thought was that actually her?
No,
forgetting?
that was me having a brain fart.
So do they have a little counter with a bunch of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. What ward are we in?
Field ward.
That's right by our ward.
Yep, you guys are up north.
How far of a walk are we from here?
From your place to this place? A walk? If it wasn't a blizzard,
Yeah.
maybe like 20, 30 minutes,
Okay.
and a blizzard close to an hour.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking for some really fancy cuts for business. Thought we'd scout out the place. We haven't been here before. Anything special?
Well, sure. And she steps back behind that curtain. Doesn't even like step into a room completely. Just reaches over to a little spot on the counter right next to that doorway, and pulls out a like 3-ring binder, basically, and sets it down on the counter in front of you guys. And it is basically it's basically her store's inventory made for a consumer to read.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that she has priced in small amounts and in bulk, basically raw inventory, and she hands that over for you guys to look at.
Okay.
And there's all sorts of fun and interesting meats in there. Nothing like super novel. Basically, all the stuff that would like sound novel if you weren't actually in the business, but
Yeah.
they can price up. But nothing. I mean, they're not like there's no like Soylent Green section or anything like that. Like there's nothing out of the
Yeah.
ordinary.
Well, yeah. Soylent
And-
Green is people. That was the last the last butcher
Yeah.
we went to.
So, and it seems like sure it's a fairly standard business for a little charcuterie in the touristy part of the city,
And I noticed you got a cart out there. Does that mean you got like a really fresh stuff? Like the fresher the better.
Well, we just had a delivery early this morning. I think the carter is staying with some friends over there, but yeah, we got a delivery from the guild just this morning.
Now you guys are you're in a small butcher shop, or we're trying to a restaurant of sorts, kind of similar to what you have yourself here. I'm lying. And we were wondering if we could maybe. Oh God. I think it's scary when the rolls are open because I don't know what that was for, and it's either me or her. And I have a -1 on charisma checks, so. Oh God, I got off track. What was I saying? That roll distracted me.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Food. Oh, yeah, so we're maybe looking to have sort of like a supply line, place where we could get really good meats constantly, and maybe even some sort of healthy business relationship and interactions between our two corresponding companies. So, if it's okay, you know, I just is the manager around, or owner? Are you the owner?
She gets kind of a crease in her brow. She's like, well, if you own a business similar to mine, and you know that we'd get everything from the Butchers Guild.
No, yes, I know that. But you guys, I've heard many a thing about your business, and something is sort of like if you can think of it as like advertisement for both of our businesses. You know.
She starts looking very uncomfortable at this point.
Okay.
She's like, I'm not looking for any sort of. I'm just trying to sell
meat.
my wares. If you'd like to buy something, I can help you with that. But other than that, I'm not interested in any
I just want
enterprising opportunities.
So I'm trying to see if I can be like, hey, let me look around, see if you're legit. It didn't work. No enterprising opportunities. Why am I even here?
We're gonna get some. I'm gonna try some of those meat pies.
Let's just buy some meat and we'll get out of here. I don't think we're gonna get any more info out of it.
You said you're the Carter is like there's a residence next door?
Yeah, she gets kind of like a.
What would you ask?
She has kind of like a sour look on her face. And she's like, yes, my neighbors.
One of those.
They're. I don't know who they are or what they're up to, but yes, there are some people that live there.
Oh, so you don't live there?
No.
Your store just happens to be connected to. Sort of give her a look like
you know
I have the same feeling. Is it, you know, I understand.
You know how the layout of the city is sometimes.
Yes.
Do they ever cause you any trouble?
They come and go at strange hours, and they have weird friends, but they don't. They're not ever overly loud, and they don't cause any damage to the shop, so I don't ever complain. They're kind of dirty, but other than that, I mean, they don't detract from the shop front, so it doesn't bother me.
Oh, so they typically, what time do they typically coming and going?
Like I said, it
varying hours.
Strange hours, and it varies.
I'm still interested in some of those meat pies you got.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we'll sort of like start looking around, and
I'm hungry.
yeah, we'll buy a pie.
Yeah.
I'll buy solo pie as well.
Yeah, there's some like fresh pot pies that she had been making it around breakfast time. That now breakfast has kind of petered out a little bit, and the last batch just came out. Usually, it's the one that she makes the final batch for herself when she's done because she likes them.
Mm-hmm.
But she always makes a couple extras just in case people want them come in a little bit later. And those are fresh. So there are like some fresh pot pies.
Good, extra good pies.
You're not sure exactly what kind of meat it is. It just says wild game pot pie. So
okay.
It's probably just like some mixture of like rabbits and small animals that you can catch in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Probably.
As soon as I get one,
Probably.
I'm shoving it in my mouth.
Yeah.
Open chewing.
Yeah,
just
we'll sit there and we'll take a
It's-
bite and be like, good.
Once you start eating it, you get the feeling that it is indeed like just probably a collection of small
Meats.
animals
Small
because
meats.
all of the meat is very like mild. None of it's overly gamey. It doesn't taste like there's any big game that's been caught.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess for another one, and I shove it in my coat, and there's like an owl head that comes out and snatches
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And Sal.
It's like, yeah, we have, so it's like kind of like in the idle seconds of us standing there while we paid and enjoyed her delicious pie. It's like, yeah, I have some, I got neighbors like that too at our place. They're pretty good. Recently they've been doing some weird stuff over, just like how is Allie? Has anything weird been going on with your sort of neighbors as well?
No more than normal.
Yeah, no trouble with the the skeevy types that are like fighting. We had
Yeah, the
some,
weirdos. I look at Vinny.
Sometimes they come home with blood on their leathers, but I don't ask questions.
Probably
Yeah.
for the best. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for the pies.
They're so good.
They were delicious.
Sal loved
Thank
it.
you for your time.
You're welcome. They're people.
We'll be going now.
The pies, they're bombs. They're made in a bomb factory.
What?
Yeah.
When we leave, I give Soul his pie.
Yeah, no. Soul, cutting back to you. As you can hear the sort of low murmurs of Vinny, Cal, and the
And they're
proprietor
just like,
of the store
just-
having a conversation from
A
within.
quiet lull when all our faces are stuffed.
Yeah.
You, from back here in this alleyway, you hear kind of a strange noise that at first you don't, you can't really like make out over the wind, but in sort of a lull in the storm, you hear it more clearly, and it takes you a second to recognize the sound, but it's a sound that you've actually become somewhat familiar with now that you spend more time with Vinny. It is the sound of heavy metal sliding on stone. And it takes you a minute to recognize the sound, but then it hits you. That's the exact same sound that it makes every time that Vinny has to slide one of those sewer grates over so that she can drop down and get to her guild. And yeah, you're hearing noises that it sounds like maybe someone's trying to be discreet, but they're doing a very awful job.
They're pulling a
doing
Vinny
it
job of it.
from over in this direction.
I'm just gonna kind of walk this way and get to the cart. Can I see anything from here?
From here, no.
I'll get to the edge of the cart and peer down the alley.
Okay,
Or
make
the side alley.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm not even gonna make you make a perception check. Yeah, you look around the side and there's like some garbage over here. It looks like whoever lives in this house has just kind of like been throwing garbage out of the upstairs window into the alley over here. And across that alley over here, you see crawling out of a now open sewer gate. Well, one is already standing there, but another one's currently crawling out. 2 bugbears.
Oh,
Oh
my god.
my god.
And I'm gonna need you to make a stealth check real quick.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Bugbears. We do got them in this
Oh my
session.
god.
There were bugbears in this session.
Oh my god. That's great.
Let me find.
I don't know what bugbears look like.
23.
I know what they are.
What was that?
23.
23.
Nice. That's awesome.
If you give me just a moment, I'm trying to find figurines. I thought that I had one, but apparently I was mistaken.
The only bugbear I have is Barry. And
Barry the bugbear? Barry the platypus?
no,
Well,
it was
oh, well,
Ryan's
we'll just use something else because I don't feel like
character. What was his name? What was the bugbear with the
We'll
recessive
just,
bug gene?
yeah. It was just a bear.
There's just a bear with a fanny pack and a wizard hat.
I'll use the ogre,
Okay, that's
but we'll make them smaller.
God, the ogre's so gross.
Yeah, I'll post a picture of what they actually look like. But that's the figurine that I'm using.
Boom, boom, boom. I like when you pick it up.
Yeah,
And
Oh my god, that thing's horrifying.
they're nasty.
That's what a bugbear looks like?
No,
Oh.
that's an ogre. That's just a standard.
Oh.
let's go over to Waterdeep.
He's gonna.
And yeah, this is what a bugbear actually looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, not what?
They're big and
Exactly, I
massive.
thought they were. I thought they were stealthy.
They are.
They do not look like the
They
stealthy.
don't look. Yeah, they look big and loud. And,
Let me pull up that character real quick.
Uh-oh.
And you wouldn't have been seen if they hadn't rolled a natural 20.
What's the perception of a bugbear?
It's actually a good question.
It depends.
But it doesn't matter because,
They rolled 20.
yeah. Because I said so.
That's fair.
And this first one doesn't see you, but the second one, as his third buddy is pushing on his ass,
Oh no, there's 3 of them?
oh,
Oh, fuck.
yeah, the second one sees you as it's kind of being pushed out of the sewer, and it says something in a language that
Probably
I
goblin.
don't think you understand, but you can surmise is almost certainly goblin. He says something and points one of his long arms in your direction.
Gangly
and
arms. They
then,
got really weird arms.
this one's still
Yeah,
like,
they're
basically
long-limbed.
there's like 2 of them, and then one of them is like has his head and shoulders sticking out of the sewer.
Just wave back.
And this one points at you, and I'm going. This is about the time that Vinny and Cal, you both are stepping out of the
We're
shop.
sold.
I raise my eyebrow at them and then slowly back away.
Yeah, and they're gonna start running down,
Oh no!
and I'm gonna need everybody to run or to roll for initiative.
oh no! I'll do it in the thing. You can. Oh boy.
Alright.
Bring up my s-
Well,
Jeez.
I'll try not to look at Mr. DM.
oh dear.
Oh, that's a 23 initiative.
I got 9.
It's not even good.
Yeah, 16.
Like, it's not even good that I know for because I don't know what's going on.
One moment.
Yeah.
I think we run.
I am pulling out my sword as I back away.
Oh.
So initiatives 15 to 20.
I got 16.
23. I rolled a natural 20.
Don't know if
Soul,
I'll
what
be
did you
able
get?
9.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh no, what do I
How
do?
much grit do I have?
Cal, Vinny, you guys are coming out kind of confused as to where Soul went when you hear dull roar kind of being carried away with the wind. It sounds like it's kind of far away.
It's abominable
But-
snowman.
Judging by the panic on Soul's face and how fast he's running, you're guessing they might be a little bit closer than they sound.
Yeah.
And Cal, you were up first. You just came out of the shop. You hear this weird noise in the distance, and Soul is tearing ass towards you.
Just put the mouse over here.
Oh, you want to do stuff? Okay.
How far would I have gone? Oh no, that's.
Wait, so, okay. Soul, what's going on?
Do I recognize what they are?
Yeah. It's... These things aren't common, but they're not uncommon monsters.
Wait, so,
Mm.
okay.
bugbears. Just, as I'm still running towards you. Would you be able to see this one?
I probably could see like maybe, I don't know, like
Yeah, he's
a
short.
sliver of it.
How tall is the cart and how tall is the bugbear?
Actually, he would have made it one.
So I could just see a bug.
Would that have been like a full turn's worth of movement before the fight?
Yeah, we're just gonna say that this is top of the round.
Are bugbears
I'd do
considered
that,
like
yeah.
hostile mobs?
And
Well, they're
Like, are they
chasing
just-
after me.
Are they just like a shoot on sight kind of
they're
thing?
goblinoids. I mean, Vinny doesn't consider goblins at least real like people. They're just.
Would Cal shoot
little
this
monstrous
person,
things.
or would Cal shoot this monster like instantly? Is the question.
they're not mindless,
Mhm.
but they are generally considered to be evil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I needed.
Okay.
Yeah. He's in what, 3/4 cover? He's just sticking over to the top of the cart.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't have, that doesn't proc my disadvantage, luckily, because I have a ranged fighter. Go to my actions. Where has my... Hold on, did I read? Okay. Yeah, I'll just shoot him with the. I'll shoot him with my gun. We're in the middle of a blizzard.
Yep.
Oh.
Go for it.
Yeah, pistol. Am I doing anything with the attack? I guess I could take my Deadeye, or my, where is it? Oh, it's my feats. Where is it? My Deadeye shot. Sharpshooter, that's right, that's what it is. I have a feat. Yeah, I'll sharpshooter it and try and shoot it in the head.
Okay.
I'm taking a -5 to my to my roll. Okay, that's 15 plus. It basically comes up to +2 because I have a
Okay.
7 minus
17
Yeah.
hits, I believe.
Okay.
Yep, 17 hits.
And I add 10 and I roll. So, damage dice a d10. It takes 13.
Jesus.
Or, sorry, 16.
16?
Yeah, 6 plus 10 because I get the d10 plus 3 and an additional d10. Or is
Yeah.
is it an additional d10? Let me check. No, it's just flat plus 10.
Yeah.
So it takes 16.
Yeah, Cal steps out from behind the wall and levels his stance, aims his gun, and with a crack that's quickly carried away with the wind, levels a shot at the first bugbear and shoots it right in the neck. And you can see a spurt of blood go flying onto the cart. It's like dark, almost black blood. Like it's, you can tell that whatever it is, definitely not exactly the same physique as an actual humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
And it reels back and like weirdly and almost grossly, like the blood within just a few seconds clots up and
damn, they're
he
self-healing.
He stops bleeding.
That's pretty cool.
Damn.
But yeah, there's a quick spurt of blood as it falls onto the cart, and then
Just like
it dribbles down kind of weakly onto his shoulder for a few seconds, and then the bleeding just stops as the blood clots up.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well then. I'll run back because I'm like I'm around the corner. I'll run back into the shop, open the door. Is the lady like standing behind the counter still?
You don't see her, no. But
Okay.
you guess that she probably is just back in the back room.
Just slam the door. And,
Okay.
yeah.
Vinny.
I slam the door and I'm around
Okay.
waiting for them to advance.
So. I don't want to move that close. I can see this thing that just got hit.
Oh god. We were using the mouse at the same time?
Oh,
I was just moving Cal where he should be.
yeah. I thought he was moved.
And
Oh, he moved
that's-
back
you
a
can
little bit.
Yeah.
now see like the steam coming up off of the blood as
Yeah.
it's
Gross.
cooling
And
and
melting in the snow.
Yeah. It's, there's
Gil,
like
what are you doing?
pink rivulets going off of the side of the
I didn't
cart
see-
as the blood
Okay.
mixes with the snow. And, yeah.
Cast like a level 3 sleep right now.
I don't have level 3 spells. I can only do a second level sleep.
Do like an 8th level
Yeah,
sleep.
the first bugbear's still like clutching at his neck where he got shot. And
Yeah, that
rolling
probably hurt a
back
lot.
and-
Yeah. I don't want a chance getting too close. I'm seeing this big nasty thing.
As you get
got
closer?
me shot. I'm not that close.
He could
I
get to
can
you
still
in one
move
turn.
back. I just wanted to be able to see.
Okay, that's fair.
What should I move for? Move
If you want the
25. I
mouse,
can
guys,
move.
take it.
I don't need it right now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just my go-to. I don't want to try to blow them up yet. Let's see if I can knock them to sleep. Let me click on that. 20 feet. I know the range is 90 feet, so I'm good for like the range of how far I have to be away. I want to plop. Additional 2d8. Okay. So, yeah, let's see. And the range was. Radius and 20 feet. Okay, yeah, it'll hit them all. So, up, down. Like,
Oh, she's casting the spell again.
yeah. Yeah, since I can kind of.
Do you need the spell area of effect measure?
Yeah,
again?
it's 20. It's a 20 foot
I forget.
radius.
I have one of those.
I always forget how to use them.
I forgot I have my teeth of the worm.
And then you said it's a 20-foot radius?
Yes.
On should hit everyone.
So it should hit that back one from like this corner, right?
20-foot radius.
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
move it back.
It has to be a point that you can see.
Can see, yeah.
So I think the best that you could do is probably about right here-ish.
Yeah.
And hope to get any of the things behind it,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
she would. But
Except for that one.
yeah, you'll get this guy and this guy in range, but you can't even
Yeah,
you don't
I
even
can't
know that.
see. It's too.
Yeah,
I know there's. I'm sure we heard multiple.
yeah,
feet.
you can hear more than one, but you can
Yeah.
only see the one.
Yeah. That's why I was like initially maybe somewhere over here
Yeah.
where I can see that there's something there. But yeah, and I'm gonna cast this as a second level spell. So I get 70.
Oh god, she's got the cone out again.
There we go. Now it'll be
The AOE.
easier to see.
What does Wall of Fire do?
Oh, wall of fire.
Creates a wall of fire.
No shit.
Oh,
What happened?
I did a thing.
What
I
happened?
fixed it. Don't worry.
Alright. Oh,
Okay.
I rolled 28 with my D8.
I realize I just have
Okay.
like a portable scroll of Wall of Fire with me.
Still kind of
Sadly.
clutching at his neck and reeling from it, and still from the momentum of that shot. That's how quick this has happened. That first bugbear, his eyes roll back in his head, and with a loud thud, falls back in the snow and starts
and his
snoring.
headphones fall off.
Yeah, he starts snoring loudly.
Yes.
And then you hear
That.
a very loud yawn from behind him, but you're not sure exactly what happened.
Unfortunately, that was a secondary slot.
I wish that I could just there was an
I
option
have
to just
sorcery.
size this to the grid.
Yeah.
I shot a guy. Soul hasn't even done anything yet. I'm scared what happens when these bugbears walk up to us and snap our neck.
Let me check something.
Are they armed?
Were they armed?
Do they have weapons?
Did you see
Yeah,
them?
they do actually.
Right.
Oh boy.
They're.
I didn't declare it.
You saw that they're carrying weapons, but you couldn't make out what they were. It's too
Did
difficult. in the
they
blizzard.
look like they drew them when they started running after me?
It looks like they were just carrying them with them when they were coming out of the sewer. Like the one that was already up and out of the sewer was holding in his hand, and then the second one had it laying on the ground in front of him and grabbed it as he was pulling himself up. But you were already running away by the time the third one got out, so you couldn't really tell.
Is there any laws against shooting a bugbear in Waterdeep?
Probably not.
Depends on the bugbear.
Cal would know.
Depends on the bugbear.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a noble, if it's
Or
a royal
the person
bugbear.
they're working
Depends
for.
on who owns the bugbear.
If they're a citizen of Waterdeep, then yes.
Alright.
I don't think these are.
The fact that they attacked immediately upon seeing me, probably not.
I don't know, but
I
Cal's
wasn't-
mentality has changed since then.
And I wasn't sure about it, but I hate seeing him die. I'm gonna open up my coat and I guess enter Sal into initiative. So, and I'll order him to fly ahead and. If he can get there. I don't know if I can do all this at once.
Is it an action to put your guy in? Oh, you already did that.
Like he can't.
You already
if he
had
can
your turn
see.
almost.
Yeah, I had my turn. So yeah, I'm gonna let tell Sal to fly ahead and see what's around that corner.
Okay.
So that's his first command, and I'll have to roll for it.
Yeah, we're just gonna have him act on your turn to help with
Okay.
action
yeah.
economy.
Yeah, that works.
That works.
You open up your coat and send him out and give him the mental command to just basically survey the area. He flies out, gets buffeted by the wind a little bit, but quickly
He's like, oh shit.
yeah, stabilizes and flies up. And
He's
through-
flying.
We've got 20 minutes to get through this combat.
yeah, through
60 feet flying, but there's a blizzard, so
yeah,
Yeah.
through a quick mental image
This is so
and in combination with the flashes of pictures and emotions that he speaks to you through when you communicate with him telepathically, he confirms indeed that there are these two right here, but that there are also two more bugbears, one right here and one right here, and these two are currently breaking down the door to this place.
okay.
They seem uninterested in whatever it is the other three are chasing after, and they're working on this door. And
Okay.
also, although Sal doesn't make note of it, like when he's giving you the information how many there are, you do sort of, just for a flash of a moment, see through his eyes a figure dressed in black, for lack of a better, or I'm sorry, not black, white, for lack of a better term, like ninja gear, like an all white and like wearing a balaclava, scaling the building right behind the bugbears over here. And the bugbears don't seem to notice that person's there at all. And they are currently scaling this building without any climbing gear. They're just, yeah.
Oh my god, they're raiding it to get the stone.
Okay.
Oh.
This is a two-story building.
I don't know if I can communicate that. Can I?
This building here is a one-story building. These ones over here are like the ones on the main street. These ones are 3 stories.
We're about to get in a
But this is like a little like 1-story residence that was once attached to this building but has since been sealed off and is now its own thing. And yeah. So this is a 1-story building.
Is it like
Darn it.
in good condition?
No. But it's livable.
We're in a game.
So
It's kind of a rundown place, but rent's
There's
probably
only one
cheap.
game
Yeah.
where
I have
the
to
one-
like
declare-
that one house I broke into?
I'm sorry, what?
Like the other house I broke into?
No, the other house that you broke into was like run down and condemned. This one, like, the roof is still intact and all that good stuff. It's
Alright.
just kind of a shitty place to live. And I'm sorry, what was that, Jen?
I have to declare about sorcery points before I do the spell, don't I? Yeah. Damn it. Then I could have done as a bonus. Then I could have cast a message to
You can speak as a free action.
a free action.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just look at Soul. I mean, he's right next to me. That's right. So
Yeah, you can talk to him. As long as it's like nothing, you can't like have a 5-minute conversation in 6 seconds, but you can
Yeah.
say something real quick if
Yeah.
you want.
Tell him. We have more company behind the bugbears. And I kind of just.
There's more bugbears behind the bugbears.
I would have told him there were bugbears.
Did I hear
Oh,
her
maybe.
say that?
Maybe.
Make a perception check with disadvantage because wind. No.
It's jacked.
Yeah, it's cocked. You can reroll it.
Cool.
No. Actually,
Even with my
what's your perception? I shouldn't just say no.
check. Oops. It's
Calculate
it's
it. What's the check?
4, so it's 11.
Perception. Yeah, actually, you do
I
hear.
rolled an 11. I
Yeah,
have a
you-
natural
you do
of like
hear,
14.
Okay. That's my turn.
Whoops.
Actually, I'm gonna move. I have one more 5 feet to move. I'm gonna move behind.
Just get behind Soul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Fair. I would have done the
I'm
same.
hiding.
Now
I can't
it's
technically hide.
The bugbear's turn.
Yeah.
Let's see. 5. He's just gonna like step on his buddy's chest and
Yeah.
walk over him.
Mhm.
It falls over his
Yeah,
body.
I got my little salamander. I'll put him like right here. He was flying.
And you guys are far away, so he's gonna dash and get right up on you.
That's why I
Well,
went behind. So
he can reach you. He has long arms.
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Soul's got those big bat wings.
and
He's
then-
Yeah, but he dashed. He can't attack.
No,
no, not yet.
unless he does some magic BS.
30.
Soul's gonna
Eh.
get smashed.
The Soul always does.
Oh no.
He's our
and
beater.
This guy.
He's playing tank, but he isn't a tank.
I feel like getting stepped on 2 bugbears is enough to wake you up.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Pain would wake him up.
yeah, he's gonna sit up and kind of shake his grogginess off,
It
and
provided some kind of
and
terrain.
stand up, and apparently pull out a club.
Whoa.
And,
Oh,
yeah,
he's-
um,
oh no.
and he
Oh no.
it's disadvantage, not advantage.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, no.
Oh,
He doesn't notice Sal flying around.
Okay.
Luckily, this guy is going to very easily bust in this door.
Oh,
They're gonna come in here and start doing stuff that you guys can't see,
yeah.
and not even Sal can see.
Yeah. I'm not
And-
scouting through his eyes right now because.
Soul.
alright.
So
So,
disengage.
alright. Let's see. I'm gonna activate
Get him.
my Rite of Flame.
Okay.
Saw that coming.
I wanted to do some meta magic.
Cast my Blood Curse of Mutual Suffering onto this one. And then attack this one with my sword.
Okay. Let's pause.
And
That's
it's a natural
wings.
20.
Nice
No-
job.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Nice job. Nice job. Nice job.
Okay, bud. Just kill my guy, I guess.
Do it. Yes. Not even mad.
Oh, nope. That's 14. Is the right damage the same thing as the regular slash?
No, just the base damage
Okay.
of the sword. I don't think that's how that works.
Wait, hold on. What's going on?
Is the right damage double as the
No, not with
critical 4?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Crits
is it just
only
base
increase
damage.
your weapon
the
damage.
physical
Yeah, I
damage.
just wanted
Yeah.
to make sure.
hmm That would be broken. That would not work. You would one shot everything.
D4.
Yeah. Otherwise, sneak attacks would be insane
Oh,
when they
yeah.
crit.
So it's 14 slashing
One shot a dragon.
14
Yeah.
slashing.
and 1 fire.
You rolled a one on a D4.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
nice.
rolled a 1 on both of them, alright? A 1 on the D6 and on the D4.
Nice.
It's a good thing it was a critical.
Smashing. Okay.
I hope Soul can handle that.
Yeah. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Cal.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, that building on top of. Is your map open?
Mm-hmm.
This building.
Yes.
Is there like a way to get on top of it? Can I
you
see
could,
the roof?
You could try to climb onto the cart, and then from the cart hop
Can
up.
I see the roof? Is what I'm asking.
Um,
Like, how is this? Like, what's the angle of this roof? Say if I wanted to shoot a blink arrow at the top of this roof.
You could maybe hit it, but it'd be kind of dicey.
God knows what happens if I miss a bullet shot with the blink.
It's kind of a weird angle. You're pretty short, and it's hard to see, but you can try.
Would I have disadvantage on the attack roll? But still, I can give myself advantage if I need it.
I would say that since you're I tell you this, you could take a shot with disadvantage to try to get directly up onto the roof, or you could take a shot. You wouldn't even have to attack, really.
Yeah.
You can take a free shot on the wall of this building and then drop down onto the roof, but you'll probably take a little bit of fall damage.
How much taller is that building?
This building is, well, these two rooms right here are 3 stories because they connect to the building out here. This is a 2-story. It has like a little apartment on top, and this is a 1-story. So you could.
So this is a 1 story, or this is a 1 story.
This is the one story. Oh shit, you're over here, right?
Yeah, I'm right here. So
Okay.
I have to shoot this wall, be on top, and I can see the top of this roof.
Yeah, you could shoot this wall, drop down here. Sorry, shoot this wall, drop down here, and then you'd be about for the ease of D&D measurements, you'd be 10 feet above this.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I will do that. I'll use one of my things.
Yeah, I won't even make you take a shot because you're shooting or I won't even make you make a roll because you're shooting a wall. Yeah, with another crack.
And I'll take it before I fall. I'm down for that. That's what we want to do.
Cal disappears and
You just see me do
reappears.
this, like my cylinder flies open, something flies into it, I close it, shoot it, and disappear.
Yeah, he vanishes and reappears.
Dude.
He reappears.
I have
Basically
bullets.
with like his hand and like the side of his leg up against the wall to this building over here, and immediately starts sliding down the wall and lands on the roof of the storefront section of Cuddles Meat Pies, which is actually the roof of the apartment. But regardless, so now you're on top of here,
Sure.
and I just realized it's only a 10-foot fall, so you don't take any fall damage.
Okay.
But you do kind of scrape up your palm a little bit as you
That's
slide down, but it's no big deal.
I could take like 1 bludgeoning if you want.
Yeah, no, don't worry about
Okay.
it.
Do I
and-
see anything looking over this area?
You see some smoke curling out of the chimney, and make a perception check.
Disadvantage?
Yes.
Not great. Like
Yeah,
a
you
7.
see.
Not even. It's a 6.
Yeah, you see the roof below you with smoke curling around it. You can see the bugbears about 20 feet below you. Around Soul. One, you can't see this one, angle's too extreme. But other than that, you don't see anything outside of the snow and wind whipping past you. And it's much more intense up here now that you're out of the cover of the buildings.
Okay. I'll brace myself along the top of this building if there's,
Yeah, there's a small lip.
So like this is roof access. Like they're not just gonna.
To someone your size, you could actually probably get half cover behind a little lip around it.
I'm gonna hug this.
Yeah.
And I'm
There's like a hatch up there. It looks like maybe in the summertime, owner of this person might come up on the roof to smoke.
Which one of these got slashed by soul?
The one closest to you, number 3.
Okay, number 3 is I'm gonna action surge.
Go ahead.
Let me mark that on my sheet before I forget.
Yeah. I didn't make you roll, but it was an action.
Yes. And then I'm gonna take another shot at 3.
Yeah.
Is this disadvantage?
No.
Okay. I will sharpshooter.
Yep.
It's like a 5.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay. And then I stand there.
Yeah. There's a crack and some mud and snow kicks up behind the bugbear, but other than that, nothing happens.
Cool.
Except, Vinny, you were very sure that Cal was just shooting from behind you a second ago.
Yeah.
And now there's a bullet coming from above and beside you,
Yeah.
which kind of trips you up. But regardless, it is now your turn.
Yes.
You were cowering behind the wings spread wide of Soul's form, staring down to angry bugbears.
If you move, they get an attack at this or attack of opportunity.
Really? Oh, do they have?
They have
They
long
have a
They
reach.
got an extra 5 feet.
You have to disengage.
Actually, hold on. This may
Yeah,
that may be hobgoblins. Double check.
No, they're bugbears
No.
are long limbed. They get
Yeah, but-
an extra 5 feet in range.
I would like.
I'm
to-
checking.
that will change.
I'm
The
gonna believe
actual,
Jake because
like-
he's literally trying to build a character.
I know, but I'm
I
checking.
literally made the same character
I'm
last night.
checking the stat block in the monster manual, and it
it's
is not
saying-
here.
Okay. Well, we'll go with
Could
what
be
Mr.
a-
DM wants.
Player character
But
thing.
regardless, you would not know.
Yeah,
this
I'm
character.
gonna
Yeah.
try to get
Yeah, you might as well just do
back
what you
up a
think
little
should do.
bit.
That's fine.
So, I slink back over here
hide in a corner.
Yeah, I'm peeking around the corner.
Bye, Sol.
I have no use. The one thing I
I
could
have no
do
use
when
for
I'm
soul.
I have no
the
use.
one thing I would normally do if I'm surrounded by enemies is going to be the necrotic shroud, and I don't want to scare him again.
You
Do
could
it.
chance him
I'm not-
winning his con save.
Do
No,
it.
instead I'm going to.
You could have told him to
attack.
get back.
He
You could
goes
run.
after me.
You could run this way. Chance getting hit and then do it.
No, I don't want a chance getting hit.
Okay.
I don't wear armor, dude.
Oh, that's right. She can't wear armor. What is your AC? Like 11?
12.
Oh my god! You're so squishy.
Yeah. I'll say I did manage to change before we left. I'm not wearing dress anymore.
Yeah.
I'm
I've
very
switched back
squishy.
in. I'm in leather.
I'm squishy.
We'll assume that you're in your warm clothes and armor.
I'm in my
Yeah.
leathers because I thought we were stealthing. I didn't know we were getting into a gang fight.
Yeah, I have one level of exhaustion, dude.
Gang
Yeah,
but I'm
These
not
guys
making
were
it.
stealthing. They didn't know they were gonna get in a gang fight either.
Yeah, they're like, what?
Yeah. I'm
You're
going
here?
to...
I was hoping to see that ninja. I
Alright.
don't know. Vinny didn't tell me about it, but I was hoping to see it as well. Plus, I just wanted a better place to
Alright,
sit.
so what are you doing, Vinny?
Okay. I'm going to point at number 3. He's the one that's been injured,
And ask him who number 2 works for.
and no, I just kind of utter like a little spell, and he can kind of I made him some kind of sound of a bell. This is a very ominous sound. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on him, and since he's been injured, it's
He's
gonna
what?
be a 1d12 damage.
Yeah, and that's what, a dex save?
You're casting what?
It's a whiz save.
A whiz save. Oh, that's even worse for him.
What you
Okay.
doing?
I have a d12.
Casting Toll the Dead on my bugbear.
Do I not have a d12?
I don't know what that is. It sounds awesome. Jake, you know what
It's
that
a
is?
cantrip.
Where's my d12?
It's a spell.
Oh,
Yeah,
tight.
here we go. Alright.
Actually, I'm gonna use my green one, 'cause I haven't used that one. Green die, fail me not. Haha! That's a 19.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Well, it doesn't take any damage then.
No damage?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't say it's half. If the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage.
Okay. Or a d12 for less.
So it
than
succeeded?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he
he's
The
didn't
bear
get-
saved? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made us safe. It's unfortunate. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, I missed my action surge last round, so don't feel too bad.
Yeah, I was hoping to blast some of them.
And I only
But,
get one of those.
as,
That's a cantrip you just cast.
It was a cantrip.
Yeah.
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 And then
I'm
as
pretty
a
much at the end of what I can play.
and
tonight.
then I'm going to order.
Oh, Jake needs to leave.
Oh, right now.
Yeah, he has to go
Yeah.
to work.
Okay.
Oh, right now?
Well,
We'll end it off there.
yeah, we'll finish this fight next week.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Jake. I was trying to keep an eye on the clock for you
can
as well.
finish your game, Jen. I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can finish your turn.
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah, I
Jake.
was just gonna order Sal to I guess float over here if he can get to
You
it
can leave
and
if you want.
give
If
soul
you
advantage.
need to go.
Okay. Yep.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
Thanks for playing.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks, Jake.
Thanks for playing, Jake. We love you.
Love you, Jake.
And we will pick up.
Let's hang out when I get back
Next.
to California, Jake.
We'll pick up next session with the bugbears attacking Soul.
Yes.
And that will be fun. And I'm sorry that I didn't find a good place to end it, but I got excited with combat and lost
Yeah.
track.
Yeah, I was gonna
Probably
keep an
should've
eye on
ended.
it too,
It's
and I
fine.
lost time.
So, thanks for playing, guys. It was fun,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
hopefully next session we can
Don't die.
we can figure out what
I have plenty of
we
spell
can figure out just exactly what is happening right now.
I already know what's happening.
Yeah,
There-
there sounds like
her
there's
other guild is getting the
several-
stone.
Trying to. I mean,
Someone
what?
from her other guild that maybe
Which
Nihilor
guild?
doesn't know about.
Yeah.
Oh, the Xanathars Guild?
Yeah, 100% what's going on.
I,
The
whoever
Zentarum.
was sneaking around like a ninja, I don't know who that is. That's
probably
not
a Zen.
Xanthar. That's either Zentarum or someone from somewhere else.
That's probably the
I
guy
don't
who
know all
just
the
stole the
guilds.
Stone of Galore out from both of us. and is now leaving.
So we'll pick up next session. It was fun.
Yep.
And, yeah, see you next week.